To me, bullying is making fun of someone for being different or putting them down based on their differences. It can be big or small, it can be repeated or a one-time thing. Bullying is just something that hurts someone.
Bullying is abuse and mistreatment of someone vulnerable by someone stronger.
Bullying is when you hurt someone.
Intentionally or unintentionally. Even if you didn't mean it, it still hurts.
Bullying to me is any physical or verbal action that someone takes that causes harm to someone's view of their body, their physical appearance, their personality, or their emotional state.
Being a student at Lincoln High School, I've definitely seen and experienced some things for my race because my brother and I are Hispanic. My freshman year on the cheer team, one of my teammates came up to me and she's like, "Oh, you have really pretty hair for a Latina." And it was just like really uncomfortable, and I didn't really know how to respond to that because it was just odd how they tied in my race to it. So with my little brother, what I would notice is his friends would treat him really oddly around being Hispanic. I remember one day I was on the bus and I heard them like saying things to him like, "Oh, how'd you get into America? Like, how'd you jump over the wall, Bryce? How'd you do it?" And it was around the time of the election when Trump was talking about building a wall, and it just made me like really uncomfortable to hear, and like that really upset me, and like I confronted them about it and was like, "How is that funny? Like, that's just really offensive." And it was just like really odd to like see people in high school at Lincoln like saying that kind of stuff because it's just like really not okay.
Back in middle school and the start of high school, I used to be a bully. It wasn't because I went to school every day thinking that I wanted to bully kids, but it was rather I cared about my friends laughing and having fun with me rather than other people's feelings.
So when I was in elementary school, I watched my sister. She was pretty much bullied, but the people who bullied her were her best friends from elementary school, and I don't think they realized how they were treating her. And I remember seeing her come home all the time in middle school being super upset about what her friends had done to her and stuff. And it was really hard to me to watch someone who I loved so much and cared about so much go through this, and there was nothing I could do. And so I just think like before you say something, like you don't know how it may affect someone. And I made a promise to myself when I was in elementary school that I would never make anyone feel that way and do all I can to make sure everyone feels comfortable and has friends and never exclude anyone the way she was.
Throughout my life, I've been teased about my hair, and for the most part, it's just been like, "Oh, haha, very funny." But in middle school, it was relentlessly on my soccer team. One person started up, "Oh, hey, Ginger, shut up, Ginger," and it didn't stop, and it caught on, and eventually the whole team was doing it, and it was crushing my self-confidence. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to play soccer anymore because of this. And just that little joke can get so out of hand and be so hurtful.
Back in middle school, I used to be bullied. Kids used to call me fat, and I used to get really self-conscious about myself and used to think about how I looked. I used to care about how others thought of me and all that.
So when I was in middle school, I started being bullied by someone, and they relentlessly commented on my appearance, and I was always really out there with my fashion, and so they would constantly comment on my body type and just the way I looked as a person. And she started writing letters to me that would tell me that I was a waste of space and that I should have never been born, and that I basically was just a worthless human being. And I slowly became less and less self-confident as time went on, and it affected me in ways that carried through with me today. I developed social anxiety, and I developed a panic attack disorder from it, and I still work through it every day, but I never knew that things that people said then would still have an effect on me now.
Name it, claim it, tame it.
Name it, claim it, tame it.
Name it, claim it, tame it.